Welcome back to another day in the life of a reseller vlog. Today we had four orders come in overnight. Let's take a look and see what sold. There you see it, 4 orders for $97.65. $97.65 for 4 orders. First item sold for $8.52. It's a Dave Coleman Easy Organ Solos sheet music book, number 10, Claire de Lune Hall. So that was some sheet music I got out of a storage unit. Instead of donating it, I decided to list it up, and they've been selling a little bit here and there. No big money, obviously, just a small change coming in, a little profit here and there. So not sure if I would do that again, but they're up there now making me money, so might as well take it. Second item sold for $61.10. It's a lot of 2 vintage wood tobacco pipes, brown, black, and silver gray, polished. So I listed those up last night. Wasn't really sure how much to list them for since they were all over the board. Some of them sold for more money. I didn't really know the brand of these pipes. I just knew they were old vintage tobacco pipes. So I listed them up for $49.97. They sold overnight, so maybe I let them go too cheap, but we'll take it. $61 sold out the door. Third item sold for $11.71. It's a white necklace 10-inch jewelry chain with floral 6 pink stones, 2.5-inch pendant. So I have started listing a few jewelry items here and there, and a few of them have sold. So there's another one that sold, a little necklace with a pendant. That one had some pink stones in it with kind of a floral motif, and sold for $11 and change. We'll take it. Fourth item sold for $16.32. It's a Roughneck Seattle Sounders FC soccer scarf, double-sided green, blue, and white. So that was one of the scarves my sister gave me. She gave me about 4 or 5 scarves to list, and a few of them have sold already, so that was another one. Donation from my sister, so thank you, Teresa. Profits in my pocket. We'll take it. $16 and change. So 4 orders for $97.65 overnight. I'm going to go locate those 4 items. We'll get some shipping labels on them and get them in the tote ready to go out to the customer. Alright, through the magic of video, there they appear. 4 orders ready for shipping labels. Let's get them on. Here they come, fresh off the printer. Shipping labels. Let's get them on these packages. Alright, we got 4 more orders for the tote, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I just logged into store 2. Looks like we had 2 orders for $45.71. 45.71. Let's take a look. First item sold for $18.59. It's a brand new pair of Cintas blue-gray polyester cotton cargo dress shorts, flat front size 40 waist by 10.5-inch inseam. So that buyer was making offers on that pair of shorts again and again. We were going back and forth on them. Finally, we settled on a price, and he actually purchased them. So not a bad price, a little bit more than I would have taken for them. So I did get the better of that negotiation, I guess you would call it. Second item sold for $27.12. It's a Star Trek Applause ceramic mug, Commander William T. Stryker, from 1994, vintage mug. I got this out of the Star Trek unit. Let me give you a look. There it is. Photos could have been a little better, but you get the idea. Had several of these mugs and listed them up, and they've done pretty well selling them. So I'm gonna go grab that mug and that pair of shorts. We'll get some shipping labels on it, and we'll add it to the tote. Plan to bring that into town. I know I do have to get some tape and some other supplies, so I'm gonna head into town and handle that next. So but first, let's get those labels printed. Alright, there they are, the Star Trek mug here in the box, and over here we have the Cintas shorts, the cargo shorts. So let's get some labels on those. Alright, here they come. Let's get these labels on these packages. Alright, we got 2 more for the tote, and 1, And 2, this tote is nearly full. Time to take it to the post office. So I'm going to take those orders to the post office, get my running gear, hopefully get a nice run around Lake Padden, and show you guys the lake a little, and then we'll get back into list mode once I return. But that's the plan next. Not a bad little sales morning, a few sales trickling in here and there. It's typical Monday, so hopefully things will pick up this week, and we'll have a little bit of a better sales week. It's been a little bit slow as of late. I think I'm just not getting a lot of listings up, dealing with the smalls. You know, sometimes this low price stuff doesn't have a lot of demand and doesn't bring a lot of eyes into your store. So I might have to dig into the inventory and find a little bit more valuable stuff, maybe list a few more clothing items. I do have some hidden away in the garage for a day like this, so maybe I'll reach into that backstock and get some of that stuff online. We'll see. We'll come up with a plan once I return, but let's get changed and hit the road. Alright, let's get this tote to the post office. Alright, I got my running gear on, gonna go pick up some tape, some other supplies, and then drop this stuff off at the post office. Hopefully get around Lake Padden for a few miles as well on our way. Of course, I'll take you guys with me, and we'll show you everything we see. Alright, I got my orders dropped off at the post office. I'm here at the wonderful world of Walmart in the parking lot here. Gonna go in there, get some tape, get some bubble wrap. We'll see what else we find, and I'll report back in a second. Alright, there you see it, the good tape. We got some 5 packs of tape and some bubble wrap, so we're set for another month. So I'm gonna go gas up the Prius and head to Lake Padden. Hopefully we got enough daylight to get a nice run in, so I gotta hustle a little bit. Alright, we made it here to Lake Padden. The sun just set, so I got to get out on that trail and get around Padden before it gets dark. So we're going to hit that trail. We'll come back with a few moments of gratitude, and hopefully you guys will stick around. Alright, we made it. We made it all the way around Lake Padden. Another successful 2.6 miles accomplished. Was it a good run today? I'd call it probably 7.5 out of 10. Not too bad. Had a couple days off, so the legs were good and rested, and it was a little wet out there, but no rain, so I can't really complain. But I was thinking, you know, gratitude. What do I have to be grateful for today? And I was thinking about this dream I keep having, you know. I've had it multiple times throughout my life, probably ever since I was 14 years old. And I was cut from the basketball team. Freshman year of high school, got cut from the basketball team. So when I remember it, you know, I had this dream. I don't remember specifics. I was hurt. I wanted to play on the team, you know, and there just wasn't enough spots. I tried again my sophomore year, was cut again. So, you know, you had that first taste of rejection in life, you know, that the game was going to be different. That game you love, you played it all those years up until freshman year, and they're telling you you can't play. You know, there's not enough spots for you on the team. So the game changes, right? You don't quit. You don't quit the game. It just changes. So what do, right? You grab your ball, you go to the middle school court, you play outdoor ball. You play all winter long. When it gets too cold, you go to some apartments and you sneak in the indoor gym, or you go to the YMCA and you run the floors, you know, the empty floors. All the team, you know, all the people that were there are playing for the high school teams in Everett and Cascade and Mariner. The courts are empty, but you're still there, right? Because of the love of the game, the love of the life, right? And when I think about it, you know, I live a pretty pampered life. I live a pampered life now, but especially up until I was 14. And, you know, if that was my first no in life, you know, I feel pretty privileged, you know, to go 14 years, never really have to ask for much. All yeses, taken care of in life, you know. I have a wife that comes from a third world country, and, you know, she entered life into a much different circumstance, and you hear about, you know, her trials and tribulations growing up, and, you know, what she had to go through versus what I had to go through was, you know, two different worlds. You know, I never had a need for much growing up. You know, everything was taken care of. Yeah, in the game of life, you know, rules change sometimes, you know, circumstances change, but you just don't give up on it. You go find alternative ways to continue on, to play the game. And sometimes that pampered life isn't the life you want. I remember Ryan Witter, he was the best player I ever saw, and he got on that team and he was steady, he had the good fundamentals and he would average 6 to 8 points a game for the varsity squad. But I knew, if he wanted to, if he was playing on the court there at Heatherwood West with us, he would dominate the game, he would score all the points. But he was in that game, that game that had played by different rules, and he had his 6 to 8 points, his rebounds, his fundamental game was on point. That's why he had a spot on that squad. Sometimes you got to play that game by the rules, by the fundamentals, by the book, and then other times, you go to the court, the concrete, and the rules are different, and you can while out a little bit, and it's a different game of life. And sometimes people will tell you, to play by the rule book, play by their rules. They see you living your life a certain kind of way, and they tell you, don't do this, don't do that, and you're just sitting there looking at them saying, hey, we're not playing the same game, buddy. It's different over here. Yeah, I can remember that squad, that varsity squad, senior year. They were out there on the track. That was our spot. They were out there running 200-meter dashes. Doing intervals, and we were doing intervals as well. But we were doing miles, right? They're doing 200 yards. We're doing miles. It's a different playing field. It's a different game. And sometimes we'd play with those guys in PE, and they'd be like, you never get tired. How come you don't play with us? There's just a different kind of mindset. That long distance mindset is different than sprinters. And sure, I respected them in their game and their conditioning and getting out there on the track and putting in the steps to get stay conditioned for the season, prepare themselves to be the best they can be. But we were doing something different. We were playing a different game. Sometimes in life, you enter those different phases of life. You start realizing, things have changed and you're playing a different game. It's a different set of players, a different set of circumstances, but you just don't give up. Yeah, you got to condition yourself for a new set of rules and a new game. And sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to try to adapt and overcome the circumstances that life throws at you sometimes. So I guess I'm grateful for that lesson, learning that lesson early on, and kind of being able to live my life my own way, and living that pampered life. Yeah, I admit it, it's pampered. I have a need for not a lot of stuff. It's pretty taken care of, and have everything I could ask for at this point. But that doesn't mean I'm not chasing other obstacles. There's other goals and achievements that I want to run down, and sometimes I'm going to do it by my rules, I'm not going to do it by what someone else tells me to do. I got to establish a mindset and a discipline that will get me there. And I think that's what a lot of people need to do, and to reassess things and find that discipline and that mindset in life. Live life by their rules and not compare themselves to others, because you're not playing the same game. So hopefully you guys can take a little something away from that little moment of gratitude. I'm not sure if that all makes sense, but life's a game. You gotta play it till its very end, and hopefully once you get to that finish line, you'll feel good about what you accomplished. So I think I'm gonna head home and continue with this vlog, get some more listings up, get a bite to eat, get cleaned up, take a shower, and try to get into list mode. Didn't accomplish much listing today, just packed things up, listed a few items. It was kind of a slow morning for me, but hopefully I can get some momentum and get back at it this afternoon. That's what you gotta do as an eBayer. You gotta play the game by their rules. eBay is in charge. The more listings you get up, the more money you make, and we got to get up some quality listings tonight, and hopefully those profits will roll in again this week. We had a few good days last week, and we just got to get some more quality listings up, and I do have some good stuff, some stuff I haven't shared with all of you guys, so I might pull some of that out and share it with you, and get some of it online this week. There's always a lot more than I show you. There's always a lot more I'm doing than this little vlog shows, and a lot more going on in life. So have patience with me. I'll show it to you when you guys are ready. But tonight we'll stick with listing, and I'll show you some of that when I get home. Alright, it's almost 9 o'clock now. I got home, got some more listings up. I got a few Hot Wheels listed, the rest of them that I had photographed, as well as 2 Christmas nutcrackers, little 7-inch nutcrackers. One had like a bum hand, missing a part of his hand, but the other one was complete. So I got those listed as well. A couple smalls, you know, not big money items, but got them listed, and hopefully they will lead to some sales. Tomorrow we'll start fresh. We'll get in that photo station. We'll find some new inventory to get listed. But we did have a couple more sales come in tonight. I'll probably show that to you as well in the morning. We'll leave it all to take a look at in the morning. But the sales are continuing to roll in tonight, so not a bad Monday of sales. But tomorrow we'll start fresh. I want to thank everybody for watching this one to the end. Again, this is my attempt to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours so I can monetize my channel. Had a few new subscribers join this today, so I want to thank those folks for hitting that subscription button. Invite all of you to subscribe, ring that notification bell. Come on back and watch a few more videos as we inch closer to that 4,000 hours. We got a long ways to go, but we're making some good progress. So thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye. Pum 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 pum.